What are BJDs? Keep watching. So this is BJD 101, and our first video is what are BJDs? So, excuse the naked dolly, but this is a BJD. And BJD stands for ball jointed doll. Usually, if we are talking about Asian ball jointed dolls, we would call them A BJDs. So, Asian ball jointed dolls. So she is bald. This is just for this is for reference's sake. So this particular one is from a company called Volks, and this is a USD Chica. She is a limited run. All of the USDs are limited runs. So, and I'll talk about that in another video. Basically, how they are considered a ball jointed doll is they have elastic throughout the entirety of their body, and they have everything is in pieces, and everything is held on by hooks. So let me see if I can get this. Are you going to be able to see this now? You can sort of see it, right? Okay. So we have our head, which goes up and down, and left and right, and you can actually take the heads off. We turn her around. You can see that she has a head cap, and if we remove that, you will see that her eyes are held in by putty. That is the wonderful thing about ball jointed dolls, is you can customize them to however you want. So you can change their eyes, you can change their wig. Why aren't you going back in here? So you can change their wig, you can even remove a default face up, like this is a default face up. You can change it to be it however you want your doll to be. It's like we go down. So like we talked about the head. We talked about how it is removable. She has a 2-point body, like a 2-jointed body. So there isn't a separate piece here in the waist for it to be like a 3-point body. And some dolls, they will have a groove like this, which will let you sit. Oh gosh, how are you going to do it? Sit in a W, in what a lot of people call the swariko. Not all dolls do this. Most of the time, the swariko option is a Volks thing, and they coined the term swariko. That's like some bodies have single jointed arms, and some bodies have double jointed arms. And the difference between single and double joint is in the elbow and the knee. There is a little peanut, and that helps you either goes from just going like this to being able to like completely touch your shoulder. She's unable to do that, but my other Volks, who is an SD MIDI, which is their MSD, he is able to touch his face. And he is also able to, I think he's completely able to go like that. She is able to go either here or just go like that. So, oh, and you can take their feet off so that if it's like a bigger doll, you can remove their hands and their feet so you can change their hands. And if they have high heel feet option, you can change their feet. So let me look at my list here. Okay, so that's basic. So we talked about the basics. Now let's talk about where you would buy them. There's a few options you can buy these dolls. Depending on your company or depending on where you want to go, it is almost easier to go with an authorized American dealer. So let me think. Volks, they have volksusa.com, which is where you can get, you might be able to find them. I think actually you would have to go to volks.co.jp to go with Volks, like the USD releases. Because lately it's been a rare chance for the American market to be able to get a release. If we're talking about, let me think. There are a few American authorized dealers, and I will put them down below. Off the top of my head, we have Doll Peddler, we have Mint on Card, and they're Mint on Card Inc., if I remember correctly. We have Denver Doll, we have Junkie Spot, and is that it? I want to say that's it. That might be it. For those of you who are experienced, if you know of any other currently open US dealers, put them down below. Or if there is an authorized dealer in your country, because I might have people in different countries. I'm not exactly for sure currently. I used to, whenever I was still on my Anaka 47. But if you do have a dealer in your country, put them down below, because I know for sure for Europe there's Think Pink, and that's the only one I can think of. So, oh, and then it's like you can go directly to a website. It depends on the website, but a lot of times it's shipping wise is a little bit cheaper to go through a dealer, but then a lot of times it's usually about the same price of shipping, like shipping with going directly with the website. Like whenever I went through Eiffel House, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty normal. I would say it was about 20 to 40 bucks. I don't remember. It's been 4 years since I've been with Eiffel House. When I was doing my Fairyland order, which was a layaway, which I will talk about soon, I went with Denver Doll, and it was about the same price. Plus, I was able to do layaway. I haven't experienced Fairyland shipping, like going directly to the store, so I'm not sure on that. Dollmore.net is another place, and that is a really good place for clothes, but their dolls are also really nice, and their shipping is relatively good. Alright, where am I? Come on. There we go. Sorry, my computer was trying to go to sleep. So, that's it. Alright, so layaway. That is another perk with going through a dealer is you are more likely to get the option for layaway, which is a godsend. So, let me think. Oh, and then if you don't want to go brand new, there is just going secondhand. And if you have a Den of Angels account and you have the right amount of posts, I want to say you have to be on there for a month to 2 months, somewhere along there. It's been such a long time that I don't even remember the actual requirements now. I should have looked at this before I did this. But you have to be on there for a number of months and then you also have to have, I want to say, anywhere between 40 not spam posts to about 50 not spam posts. And that is really nice. But, and then there's also Facebook. And I've seen a lot of people selling dolls through Instagram and so many other places. Oh, excuse me. The only problem is you have to watch your back and follow feedback like you wouldn't believe. But on the other hand, it also sucks in the end because somebody else might have a really good experience with a person, but then somebody else might have a bad experience with a person, if that makes sense. So you just have to watch, and then if you have friends that know that have either dealt with this person or know somebody else that has, you could just be like, hey, I wanted to buy this doll from blank. And all of their feedback have been saying that they were good, they were awesome. There was like one or two that was really crappy. Have you had an experience with them? And they'll be like, oh yeah, they were fine. We didn't have any problems. There was a hiccup with postal service, but otherwise it was fine. Or no, blacklist yourself from that person. So it just, and then there's also eBay, but again, you have to look at feedback. And then my rule of thumb with eBay is, and I might talk about this in another episode. I probably will whenever I'm talking about this. But my rule of thumb is if it's either from China and or an SD or MSD for about $150 and they say that they are like a Fairyland or an Eiffel House, 9 times out of 10 it's a recast. So, and again, I will talk about that in another episode. If that's one episode you guys might want to talk about. I don't know. I try not to tread in that landmine if I don't have to. But yeah, so I think I babbled long enough. Let me look at this again. Discuss if I had missed any points, ask questions, if just talk amongst yourselves. I've been in, I'll just say this, I've been interested in this hobby for about 10 years. I want to say it's been 10 years. But I have actively, I've actively collected for 5 years. Like, it will be 5 years Christmas Eve. So I will talk to you guys soon. We will be, you know what? We will do the, so you bought your first BJD, now what? Video next. I think that's what we'll probably end up doing. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.